See if this is any better. Oh god, cold in here. Hey there YouTube, how are we doing? We are back. Yes. So I filmed the test video. I think it's gone alright. At least I hope it's gone alright, he says. And the channel is back up and running. I remembered how to edit everything. Apologies, my audio I think is a bit muffled still. I am going to work on that. I can hear myself in my helmet and I'm quite muffled. And I think the angle on my camera isn't quite perfect yet. But I say that is something I'm working on. Dodge the potholes. But if this is the first time you stumbled across my little corner of the internet, I am madly happy to see you here. So thank you very much for watching. And obviously if you're here from before, from season 1 and what have you, again, I'm still madly happy to have you here. That probably makes no sense, it's just what comes into my head. I've been watching a lot of Ben Foster's videos recently. I think his enthusiasm has kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. I love the guy's enthusiasm. Maybe we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, so today's video, as I was saying in the test video, if you've seen that, been some big changes and new beginnings was the test video. And one of those big changes, probably the only one I really spoke about, and probably the only one I'm going to speak about in any way, is the fact that I've moved to Devon. So since season 1 of the videos, 2 years ago, whatever it was, 2 and a bit years ago, yeah, about the time I had my crash, so about 2.5 years ago, I was in Birmingham, yeah, moved to Devon. So what happened is, I moved to Plymouth, lived in Plymouth for a bit, and then ended up moving to North Devon. Now moving to Plymouth was a change, and I'm sorry if I'm rehashing stuff, because I've filmed so many different versions of videos recently, I don't know what stayed in, what stayed out. But moving to Plymouth was a change. Jeez! Like, I thought moving to Plymouth, as someone who's lived in like practically most of the major cities in the UK, and small towns, around the UK as well. I've travelled. I was amazed at just how different, a few little things were. And stuff like that. The fact that, in most instances, apart from the studenty part of the town, 24-hour stuff wasn't a thing. And stuff like that, which, Plymouth was getting a lot better. Plymouth had a lot of advantage that like places like Birmingham did. You had Taco Bell for one. But yeah, living places where there's no Uber. Yeah, the shops close at 5 o'clock and that's it. They have late night shopping on a Thursday where they're open till like 7, 8 o'clock. And that's it. Look at that sun. Yeah, so that took a bit of getting used to, but it wasn't too bad. It was a quieter life and what have you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time in Plymouth, apart from the fact Plymouth is probably the only place I've ever lived in the world where if you leave the house and you go uphill to go somewhere, you come home, you have to go uphill again. It's, yeah, a little bit strange for that sort of things. But alas, things didn't work out. Things weren't, my own whatevers. And I ended up moving to North Devon. So I've come to North Devon and I'm living near Westwood Ho. And basically, I've discovered that North Devon. Now, I never understood this until like a few weeks ago. Really, I've been here a couple of months now. So when you go and live when I lived in obviously in London, you've got the boroughs, and then you have North London, South London, West London, East London, and all the boroughs and stuff like that. Makes sense. When you live in Birmingham, you have Birmingham. And then the council might call something like, say, you might have Safe Birmingham and stuff like that. Not to the extent of here where you have North Devon and Devon. You don't have South Devon that I know of. You don't have East and West Devon that I know of. I don't see those on I don't see like groups about them. I just see Devon and North Devon. I'm probably wrong. People who live in Devon, I'm really sorry. This is probably mad ignorance. But North Devon is unlike anywhere else I've ever lived in my life. It's like stepping back in time. And I'm not here criticising and whatever. I'm just saying it's so different. So in North Devon, I was very quickly introduced to this idea of directly. And again, I'm probably like butchering the pronunciation here. And directly is basically Devon time. No, I don't think it's Devon time. I think it's North Devon time. And it's weird because basically it means that, yeah, it'll be whenever. So if someone says, oh, I'll be with you directly, they could be with you in 2 minutes, they could be in 20 minutes, they could be with you in 2 days. It's insane. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know how people understand it, but they're all like, yeah, directly, yeah, fine, and stuff like that. And it's just like, what on earth does that mean? And stuff. And another thing I expected in North Devon, and sorry, this video is proper ramble and what that is, when I lived in Plymouth, there were a few people I came across, especially the older lads, and even some of the young guys. You can't really, like, they have a, because their accent, they've got that a little who's your father kind of thing. Sorry, I got bloody fog on me. Oh, there you go, that's better. So you can't really understand them when they mumble and they talk quite low, and so I struggled at times with some people. And I thought in North Devon it's going to be even worse, and when you come across them moors and you're going through like the little mud lanes and stuff like that, it's not. No one down here sounds like they're from down here. Like, I was talking to somebody in the pub, and I was like, oh, so where are you from? They're like, oh, yeah, I'm from here, I was born and bred here. I was like, but you sound like you're Cockney or something. And they're like, no. And the men and the women sound completely different as well. You don't come, like, so that old carrot cruncher thing that you've all made over from Devon, that's all out the window, because I don't know if it's just like Bideford, Westward O, kind of where I am. No one, to me at least, no one sounds like that. So I'm talking to people, the very few handful of people, usually people who are serving me food in the pub, or in the shop, and I'm like, oh, where are you from? Like, I'm from here. Because one thing I have learned, and it's not as bad as it was made out to me, to be fair, is people from Devon, they like people from Devon, they like things from Devon, they like local businesses, which we'll come on to in a minute. Look at these views. This is why I'm back out on the bike and filming videos, because I want to share this sort of stuff. Look at this. Like, I'm going to forget about this in a few months probably, when my old brain goes, but this video, look at that, that's beautiful, that is. But yeah, so they don't like what do they, grockles? That's what they call us, grockles. People who, not tourists, people who've relocated here from elsewhere. That's Mr. Cyclist go. And yeah, I was warned, oh, they don't like the grockles here and whatever. But then to me, when I come in, I'm talking to people, and it sounds like everybody's from somewhere else. I was like, well, I can't be so bad here. Oh no, and then you talk to me, like, oh yeah, no, obviously I can't hide where I'm from. Look at it. Look at that. Let's get used to that. That's going to be in my videos quite a lot, because I'm going to take this. I don't even have to come this way home. I'm going to take this track all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, oh, you know, I didn't realise. Sorry. And like, yeah. But coming on to the local business thing as well. Like, businesses here. This takes some real getting used to, for sure. Businesses open and close whenever they want. They might have opening hours. They might have them, you know, popped up on the board, you know, open, you know, whatever. Most businesses are open till 4 o'clock. None of this 5 o'clock nonsense here. Shops are open till 4 o'clock. And I don't know if it's because it's a little touristy town. It's not even that touristy. It's all independent shops, you know, not many big chains. There's like a WH Smith and a Co-op where I live. So if you want any, there's no like pop into the newsagents or anything, because there ain't a newsagent. But yeah, like, so like, oh, there was one shop I needed something from. It's like, oh, it's open till 4 o'clock today, so I'll pop down. Saturday afternoon, pop down. 2:30, closed. Just closed. So, okay. There's a cafe, like, literally like a minute away from my flat. It's like, oh, do you know what? Like, I've got to meet, you know, it opens at 10 o'clock, which is a strange time for a cafe to open, but okay, I'll go with it. Opens at 10 o'clock. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. So I have a meeting at work at 10 o'clock. I'll have my meeting, and you know, and then I can go afterwards. Now, a couple of days, my meeting was actually pushed back a couple of hours, or didn't happen for whatever reason. Oh no, sorry, it was when I was off work. I had some time off, and I thought, oh, 10 o'clock, I'm straight over there. Bacon, egg sandwich, start the day off right. Too lazy to cook. 10 o'clock, no one's there. There's a guy walking around the building where it is. He's like, oh, you're hungry, yeah? Wait, there's a cafe opening. I mean, yeah, they'll be open. Oh, see, look at this. Look at this. Sorry, I'm way too infused. I've just finished at the gym. I think I'm way too enthusiastic about things, considering it's not really how I feel. But anyway, so I'm just like, okay, I'll come back later. I came back at 10:30, still not open. Not sure what's happening. Went the next day, 10 o'clock, nothing. Next day, 10:15, nothing. Check the sign, spoke to the road, time's it's back open. Oh yeah, it opens at 10. Well, it doesn't, mate. I'm here. It's 10:15. It's not open. Like, what's going on? And he's just like, yeah, it'll be open. I was waiting for him to say it'd be open directly. He didn't. Sorry. If you're wearing headphones, then I probably just popped your eardrums. But yeah, I'm going over 30. Did not realise. But yeah, so it really has taken some getting used to. But one of the other things that's a bit weird here is, so in Plymouth there's lots of motorbikes, and in Devon there's lots of motorbikes in general. The cars here don't know how to react to them, I think. And I think the problem is, I've noticed, so in Birmingham, you and other places, when you ride your motorbike, you've got to be quite aggressive. You know, you don't sit in traffic, you filter and everything. And you know, here they don't. Bikes will literally just sit in traffic, tooting along, happy as Larry, as you know, carrying on, you know, about their day. And it's weird. And you do come across some cars who like literally pull over to the side of the road, like literally in the gutter, to let you go past. But then a lot of bikes don't, and stuff like that. So it must be really confusing for the cars, I guess. But yeah, like I don't have the same aggression that I get here, where people, like when you go and filter and whatever, and you get like people like getting really angry that you filtered. I haven't had that yet. If anything, like most people have been quite nice. In Plymouth, it was a bit different. In Plymouth, cars were a little bit more aggressive to it, but then again, bikes didn't do the whole like filtering thing as much as I saw anyway when I was out and about. And I didn't go out too much on my bike, hence, you know, filming no videos or something like that. But here in North Devon, there's quite a lot of bikes and stuff like that, because where I live is quite a popular area for bikers. They have a big bike show here in a couple of weeks. They have a bike night, which I'm considering going to. Hopefully I won't be banned from this one like I was the first one I attempted to go to back in Birmingham. But yeah, it's just a whole different world here. And then obviously you got these kind of views. Like I'm actually taking a longer trip. There is like a link road, they call it. But I discovered this road. It's much better. You know, I'm in less of a rush and stuff like that. In fact, like where I actually want to go is behind me. But I'm just riding up the estuary for a bit while I'm filming, and then I'll turn around at some point and go back to where I'm actually going. But yeah, I'm going to start waffling now. I just wanted to, you know, film something, get into the habit of filming some things. So yeah, it's a bit waffly, but that's what my channels are. So if this is your first time here, thank you very much. I've had a few messages on Twitter and stuff like that from people saying like, oh, looking forward to the videos, can't wait to see them and stuff like that. And I'm really, really happy about that. Delighted. I hope you don't regret saying that when you see them. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, old, new. If you do like what you see, hit me up on the socials. Like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like what you see, give me a shout. What can I do better? What do you want to see? You know, less of my voice, more of the amazing views. Yes, please, Chris. But yeah, if so, whatever. I've lost my complete track of mind now. But thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.